My brother's wife had my 8-year-old's hair chemically straightened because her curls embarrassed the photos, so I hung last year's picture beside this year's at the reunion. I found out on a Tuesday when my daughter Nia came out of the bathroom with her hair hanging flat and limp against her shoulders. Her beautiful spiral curls were just gone. I dropped the plate I was holding. "Nia, baby, what happened to your hair?" She wouldn't look at me. Aunt Danielle said it looked messy for the pictures. Pictures? What pictures? Aunt Danielle took me while you were at work. She said Grandma's reunion needs everybody looking nice. My hands were shaking. She took you somewhere? To a salon? Nia nodded and then quietly, "It burned, mommy. My head still burns." I pulled her hair back and saw the raw red patches along her scalp, the skin peeling at the edges, chemical burns. On my 8-year-old. I called Danielle right there. She picked up like nothing was wrong. "Oh, doesn't she look so much better? You should be thanking me." Thanking her? Danielle, she has burns on her scalp. You took my child to get her hair chemically relaxed without asking me? She actually laughed. Relax, it's just a perm. Her curls were embarrassing the photos. You want the whole family album ruined because her hair looks like a bird's nest? I did you a favor? I could barely breathe. Her hair was perfect. She's a child. She's a child who's gonna thank me one day. My girls have never had that problem. You people just don't know how to manage it. You people. I hung up before I said something I couldn't take back. My husband wanted to call the police. My mother wanted to call Danielle's mother. But I knew Danielle. If I screamed, she'd play victim. She'd cry to the whole family that I was ungrateful, dramatic, that she was only trying to help. She'd already framed it that way. So I told everyone I was fine. I told them I understood she meant well. And I started planning. The reunion was 2 weeks away. Held every year in my mother's big backyard. The one with the long picture wall where 3 generations of family photos hung. Danielle loved that wall. She'd get her girls dressed up and pose them in front of it for an hour. I asked my mother for one thing. The photo wall this year, let me arrange it. She looked at me carefully. "Baby, what are you planning?" I just smiled. Nothing she doesn't deserve. The day came. Danielle showed up in white, her girls in matching dresses, and she made a beeline for Nia. "There's my beautiful girl. See? Doesn't she look so much prettier now?" She spun Nia around like a trophy. Then she turned to the wall to show everyone the new family portrait she'd had printed, and she froze. Because I'd hung 2 photos, side by side, framed and centered where nobody could miss them. On the left, last year's picture of Nia, her curls full and shining, grinning with her whole face. On the right, this year's, taken the morning after, her hair flat and thin, and the camera angled just enough to show the raw burned patches along her scalp. And underneath both, on a little printed card, I'd written a single line, "This is what embarrassing looks like after Aunt Danielle fixes it." The backyard went silent. My aunt leaned in and gasped, "Are those burns?" On the baby's head, Danielle's face drained white. "Those aren't, that's just lighting. That's..." My mother walked straight up to the wall, put on her glasses and stared. "Danielle, did you burn this child's scalp?" I took her to get her hair done. "It's not my fault her hair can't handle." "Whose child is she?" My mother said. "Is she yours?" "No. But then who told you you could put chemicals on somebody else's baby?" Danielle spun around looking for backup, but every face was turned against her. Her own mother stood up slowly. "You did what? To Nia?" Behind her mama's back? "I was helping. The photos. The photos." Her mother repeated. "You hurt a baby over photos." And that's when Nia, who'd been holding my hand the whole time, walked right up to the wall, pointed at the burns, and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Aunt Danielle said my real hair made us look bad, but her hair's the one that made me bleed."